wonderful music. Welcome back, everyone. This is Bloodfencer talking for another episode of Amnesia. So, I don't know if you've noticed with the last video, but there's a weird issue with recording where whenever I hit a loading screen, recording just stops. So I've been talking to a loading screen for a couple of minutes and... well, it didn't actually record that bit. Which is funny. But let's just head back into the action. Nice. So, to recap last episode, we woke up in a bed, we were looking for our sons, and then we went down into a basement and the stairs collapsed. Alright.
Come on, slow coach, it's this way.
Not a slow coach. Journal, this is really not a good time. Trapped. Was it a trick? That voice on the phone, who seems so close to my own, who seems to know me so well, does he lead me for a nefarious purpose of his own secret devising? But do I have a choice? Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I will follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth, which will lead me to Edwin and Enoch. Another phone call?
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
My little friend. Yeah, right. So, someone mentioned in the comments below, in the first episode, that this game is... They said, this game is supposed to be scary, but my comments almost make it funny. First of all, I take offense to that, because only almost funny. Gonna turn up the brightness a little bit. No, actually I think that's okay. Yeah, that's alright. Random rolling barrel. And fuck. Oh shit, what is that? But, I'll tell you my honest opinion about this game. I don't find it scary. It's kind of like an H.P. Lovecraft story. If you've ever read one of his stories, it's dark and fascinating in a way, but it's not really what I call a scary thing. Not compared to the first game. The Savitar has been this way. Intriguing. The gates are far too heavy for a man to lift and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain coiled about a tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Once the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun, and the gates will remain in an impenetrable barrier to progress. So we need to find a new fuse. Which is alright, because there's plenty of them lying in this room. There's also this thing. And the purpose of that is going to become clear in a second. I'm gonna let that fuse lie there. Take this one. Door's barred. So, I thought of a little something. If you guys want to see me play something that I actually consider scary, I actually never. I never finished the first Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I always got stuck on
Bandaged feet and eyes. Small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Ah, dang, I really love the poetry in this game. So, yeah, I never finished the first game. And if you guys want to see me play that, and I'm throwing in a little extra, and I offer you guys to look into making one of those little face cam thingies, a scare cam for while I play the game, because I heard people like scare cams. If you manage to get 50 views on any one video in this series, so any one of my Machine for Pig videos gets 50 views, just 50, not 100 or 200, just 50. Wretched chair. If you manage to give me those views, I will record me actually playing through Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Which should be fun. Because yeah, this game is... Whoa, what the fuck? More electrical sabotage. Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive. The stench from these barrels is quite as comforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of a flood that threatens my children. Broken fuse. So yeah, you want to see me play something scary? 50 views. If you don't want to, that's fine. That's fine. I might do it anyways if I get bored enough. But with the views, you can ensure that I do it. August 19th. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic Force, whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and inert, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser. But here in our temples of steel, I have witnessed the severed head of a man recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution of a Brandenburg compound, open his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body?" We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this, I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction. Reference to the first game there, the Castle of Brandenburg was the castle where everything was set in. So, what you just saw was a pig monstrosity. Whenever one of those things is near, lights start to flicker. Bring the fuse back up. Another journal. The path is clear. It seems this chemical processor is merely one part of a much larger complex. No easy route for me, then. I will follow my fever, the calls of my children, wherever they may lead me, as I move further into this strange empire. There's going to be a lot of Germans in this game. A lot. Oh, I see a child.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Oh, holy hell. Such destruction. Here. Nothing to see here. Oh yeah, before I forget,
I told you he'd come.
that's not what I wanted to say. I'm going to make this a daily series because I make 30-minute videos, roughly 30-minute videos, and I finished this game in 4 hours, so we could be done by next week if I pull this through.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man. You have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine, and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
Yes, why not just die among those dead temples indeed? There are several of these bulkhead places throughout the entire game, and you always have to do the same things. Locked. Good. Nothing in there. Nope. Nope. No. So there was another loading screen, and I really wish this would that they would actually record, because you're missing some really neat flavor text there. Journal, no, it's not a good time. The factory offices. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex. Yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes, make me clean, Mandus, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Yeah, not ominous at all. And suddenly there's a pig. So, oh yeah. I'm going to continue this series daily. But It will run alongside my other series, so there's going to be another episode of Spelunky coming out later, after this video. But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brood were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I've seen these things, and I will tell you now, no. They will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them and worship it thus given. In this, I realized they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once the irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Oh god, I'm misreading stuff left and right today. Creepy music is playing. Okay, that was crazy. Up, boobies on the wall. Not looking at the boobies on the wall. So this door is slightly ajar. You come in here, and there isn't actually anything to do in here. So let's just be on our way. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum derivative in the feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of a process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Debussy is, as far as I know, he's a musician, a really old one. Oh yes, this part. Locked. Locked. Oh yeah, check this out. You can interact with the pigs. Got another journal. Pumping station. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated in Mr. Yarham and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell in here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I'm sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Come on. Yes. Fuel the pig! Okay, you can't do that. Come on. Ah, stupid pig. Pig. God damn it. I hope I haven't broken this now. We'll see. We'll see. It probably still works. Just fine. Closed. Open. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man, as if it is to be desired. One might almost boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, rotting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets. Alleys and gutters running freely with a careless spill of their conjoinings. The air thick with the whimperings of lust. Bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he would spray his seed over passers-by. And yet, this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of the government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. So, you can already tell that this episode is going to be very... Ah, shit. I found a bug! Oh my god, Holy shit, what the heck? I think I just destroyed the pig. That's awesome. I never find weird glitches like that. Alright. Remove that so we can open this. Come on now. Don't be shy. Open up. And truly, the pig is gone. Another journal, just as we discover another note. What a fine day. Holy orders. This church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility, given the locked doors around the fueling station. The truck blocks my way, however, almost as if a saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. Now let's see what the note says. Delivery schedule. How in blazes are we supposed to meet these damn schedules if even basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function? These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it. And the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it, says I. Enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. So, someone does not like new technology.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Disturbing. Another journal. This canister looks as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think of that which I saw pass me in its cage. I will not gaze upon it. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity perhaps to gain access to St. Dunstan's. He said Dunst. know, I really think that Oswald has too much time on his hands to write. Because, fuck, these journals are getting annoying in that freaking thing. Turn the crank. Keep cranking. Crank faster! Running, I'm running away. I'm running away. And there's a journal. A fast getaway. Don't write a fucking journal if you're going to run away. Dear sweet Lord, of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp for this container and its putrid contents, and flee this place before the creature, the nearly man returns. Seriously, nearly man? I will head for the church. Surely such an abomination could not fall onto hollowed ground. Can you guys imagine what a terrible superhero named Nearly Man would be? What would his power? Ah, another pig. And yeah, you crank the motor. You turn the motor crank. The thing takes a step back, and you can enter.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
Weird tombstone. Okay. Another journal. Inside St. Dunstan's. We sat here, I remember. We sat on our black and we mourned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here I feel a machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. Oh yeah, right. Twin candles, bent to the will of a central saint, casting their light to the corners of a chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with a secret, but he's like all of the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them. A shepherd indeed. Another pig. By the way, that note just there was relevant. It's another subtle hint to things to come.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
Well, you can tell he doesn't think about religion very highly. precious pigs on the altar. A cryptic clue, some kind of mechanism, a secret and infernal one, no doubt. The missing candlestick is clearly the answer, but why? This I cannot fathom. Why hide secret machines in a place of prayer? And where are the faithful? Why are there drag marks about the altar as if someone was pulled away? I have to say, at least this place is pretty. Okay. Father Jeremiah's journal. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now, drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico, it is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. And stick? No. Oh good, the origin has stopped. Suddenly fire, and another journal. Infernal machinery. The engine fires, the flames are stoked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption, but the children beckon me, and I cannot fail them. Altar pulls away, and thing goes down. And another journal. A hellish portal. It appears I have no choice, thus I descend and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. So this is a dark place once again. Silence, do not startle or upset the acquisitions. Acquisitions, you say?
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
You can hear the sea. These final thoughts. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What bestitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I leave you this, scrawled in the malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below, my fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloam. and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. Cages, bunches of cages. And we hear a baby. I cannot let you out, good man.
Me älster råtällar, me älster ålsvärd. Ollistelia, porokoro.
Oh shit, there it comes. Okay. Sneak past this bugger. And run like the wind. And this is where we'll stop for today. Hope you enjoyed it.